Breaking news! The Detroit Lions are gearing up for the start of a new season, but just when you think nothing bad can happen during this time, that's when you're wrong. I'm going to tell you everything that's been going on behind the scenes. But before we go any further, make sure you've already hit the like button if you believe the Lions will make it to the Super Bowl next season. Man, I totally believe that. But the front office needs to fix a few things. Now onto the news. Matthew Stafford may be wearing Rams colors these days, but he proved this week that once a Lion, always a Lion. Despite winning a Super Bowl with Los Angeles and cementing himself as a legend on the West Coast, Stafford's latest play shows that he hasn't forgotten where it all started. And trust me, Lions fans, you're going to love this. Here's what happened. A devoted Lions fan, Bryson Machona, made a tough decision recently. He sold his autographed Lions jersey from Matthew Stafford to take his 8-year-old daughter to Detroit's playoff game against the Washington Commanders. That's the kind of dad move we can all respect. But guess who heard about this story? None other than Stafford himself. Stafford, along with the Rams organization, reached out to Machona and surprised him with a brand new, autographed Lions jersey. But this wasn't just any jersey, it was a game-worn jersey from Stafford's incredible 2014 season, when the Lions posted an 11-5 record, the best of his career in Detroit. And if that weren't enough, Stafford included a personal note of gratitude to Bryson. At first, Machona thought it was a scam. After all, who expects a text from someone with the Los Angeles Rams, right? But after confirming the message was legit, he was blown away. I was over the moon. Disbelief at the start, but then it just turned into resounding joy and excitement. Machona told the Detroit Free Press. He added that Stafford's gesture just reconfirmed who Matthew Stafford is. He had no reason to go about doing this. He's not our quarterback anymore. He went out of his way in a playoff week. Let's pause for a moment and appreciate that. Stafford had nothing to gain from this. He's got his own playoff prep going on, but he took time out of his schedule to do something thoughtful for a Lions fan. That speaks volumes about his character and the connection he still feels to Detroit. And that connection goes both ways. Lions fans have always had a soft spot for Stafford. He was drafted first overall in 2009 and spent 12 seasons in Detroit, giving everything he had to this team through ups and downs. He played through injuries, made countless clutch throws, and became the franchise's all-time leading passer. Even after his departure, his legacy here remains strong. Machona and his daughter made the trip from Appleton, Wisconsin, to watch the Lions face off against Washington. And while the game didn't end the way they hoped, the memory of that trip and Stafford's incredible gesture will stick with them forever. This story is just another reminder of why football is more than just a game. It's about community, connection, and those moments that make you proud to be a fan. And Stafford's gesture? It's proof that he'll always be a Lion at heart. All right, Lions fans, now I want to hear from you. What do you think of Matthew Stafford's gesture? Does this make you respect him even more, despite his time with the Rams? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Dan Campbell has made a bold move by bringing back a familiar face, John Morton, as the new offensive coordinator. For those who may not remember, Morton was part of the Lions' offensive staff in 2022, a season that saw Detroit's offense emerge as one of the league's most innovative units. Now he's back, tasked with keeping this high-powered attack humming. Morton's return brings more than just continuity. It brings a fresh perspective that could elevate the offense even further. Today, we're breaking down 3 underrated benefits of this hire that might just be the key to the Lions' success in 2025. First up, improved screenplays. When Morton was with the Lions in 2022, the team's screen game was one of the best in the league. They averaged 7.0 yards per attempt, the second highest in the NFL, and had a 54.2% success rate. Screens were a vital part of easing Jared Goff's workload and keeping defenses off balance. But after Morton left for Denver, the Lions' screen efficiency dipped in 2023 and never quite reached the same heights. Now that Morton is back, there's reason to believe we'll see a revitalized screen game. With dynamic playmakers like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, Morton has even better tools at his disposal than he did in 2022. His fresh ideas could turn the screen game into an even deadlier weapon for Detroit. Next, deep ball efficiency. Back in 2022, the Lions were lethal with their play-action vertical routes. They led the league with 1.31 EPA per dropback and averaged 19.2 yards per attempt. Khalif Raymond and DJ Chark played key roles in that success, with Raymond posting a jaw-dropping 33.8 yards per target. But since Morton's departure, the Lions' deep passing game has regressed, even with a premier deep threat like Jameson Williams on the roster. If Morton can reintroduce effective deep passing concepts, it could open up the entire offense, stretching the field vertically and creating more opportunities for the run game and intermediate passes. Finally, quarterback development. This is where Morton's experience really shines. He's been instrumental in the development of quarterbacks at every level. In Denver, he helped rookie Bo Nix find his footing, guiding him to an impressive first year by leaning heavily on play-action passing. His track record goes even further back. With the Oakland Raiders, he helped Derek Carr rebound from a rough season and set career highs in completion percentage and passer rating. At USC, he played a key role in developing Mark Sanchez and Matt Barkley into top collegiate quarterbacks. And let's not forget his time with the New Orleans Saints, where he helped Drew Brees elevate his game to MVP-caliber status. For the Lions, Morton's quarterback expertise could be a game-changer for backup Hendon Hooker. Hooker showed promise in 2024, and Morton's guidance could be key in shaping him into one of the league's top backups, and perhaps even a future starter. All of this makes Morton's return a savvy move by Campbell. His ability to revamp the screen game, reignite the deep passing attack, and develop quarterbacks adds tremendous value to an already talented offensive staff. With Morton, Hank Fraley, and Mark Brunell working together, the Lions' offense is in great hands. All right, Lions fans, now it's your turn. What do you think about John Morton returning as the offensive coordinator? Do you see him as the key to taking the offense to the next level? The Lions are facing significant changes on the coaching front, with key departures following the playoff loss to Washington. Defensive line coach Terrell Williams has left to become the New England Patriots defensive coordinator under Mike Vrabel. While losing a coach of his caliber is a blow, there's talk that one struggling Lions player might be better off joining Williams in New England. Third-round pick Broderick Martin. Let's break it down. Martin's time in Detroit has been underwhelming, to say the least. Injuries kept him sidelined for much of his rookie year, but even when he was healthy, he couldn't crack the lineup. He played just 16% of snaps in his first season and only slightly improved to 21% this past year. With all the injuries the Lions faced on the defensive line, this was his chance to step up, but it just didn't happen. Martin recorded only a single tackle all season and ranked 186th out of 219 qualified interior defensive linemen, according to Pro Football Focus. For a team like Detroit, which is building toward championship contention, there's simply no room to wait on a player who hasn't shown enough promise. Now, let me be clear, Brad Holmes is a draft genius. He's found incredible value in both early and middle rounds, but not every pick can be a home run. Unfortunately, Martin looks like a miss, and that's okay, it happens. But the Lions need to make smart, tough decisions this offseason to keep pushing forward. There's still time for Martin to turn his career around. He's got the physical tools at 6'5" and 311 pounds, but Detroit can't afford to be patient. Levi Onwuzurike and DJ Reader are already under contract and performing at a higher level. The Lions need a long-term solution, and Martin hasn't inspired enough confidence to be that guy. Maybe a fresh start is what Martin needs. A move to New England under a rebuilding program led by Mike Vrabel could be the reset he's looking for. Vrabel is known for getting the most out of his players, and perhaps he could unlock Martin's potential in ways Detroit couldn't. Either way, it seems clear that Martin's future doesn't lie in Detroit. The Lions need to focus on upgrading their defensive line through the draft or free agency and continue building a unit that can dominate at the point of attack. All right, Lions fans, now it's your turn. Do you think Broderick Martin deserves another shot in Detroit, or is it time to move on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, let's go Lions!